The Avengers 2012. The world faces an unprecedented threat when Loki, the god of mischief, arrives on Earth wielding the Tesseract, a cube of unimaginable power capable of opening portals between worlds. To stop him, S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury assembles a team of extraordinary individuals, each with unique abilities and complicated personalities. Tony Stark, a billionaire inventor in a high-tech Iron Man suit, brings intelligence, sarcasm, and a flair for improvisation. Steve Rogers, the super soldier Captain America, embodies discipline, honor, and leadership. Thor, the Asgardian god of thunder, adds godly strength and cosmic power, while Bruce Banner struggles to control the monstrous Hulk within him. Black Widow, a master spy with lethal skills and a mysterious past, and Hawkeye, a sharpshooter with pinpoint accuracy, round out the team. At first, the Avengers struggled to work together. Iron Man's ego clashes with Captain America's discipline, and Thor's godly confidence challenges everyone's understanding of loyalty and power. Even Bruce Banner fears losing control, making him reluctant to unleash the Hulk in battle. But when Loki unleashes the alien Chitauri army on New York City, the heroes are forced to set aside their differences. The team's coordination evolves in real time, blending strategy, improvisation, and sheer bravery. The climactic battle showcases the team's ingenuity. Tony Stark uses his repulsor beams and quick thinking. Captain America rallies civilians and soldiers alike. Thor channels lightning against overwhelming odds. And the Hulk smashes through alien forces with unstoppable fury. Loki's cunning is matched by their determination, and together, they prevent the Tesseract from falling into the wrong hands. One of the most iconic moments of the film is the one-shot of all 6 Avengers assembling in New York. A cinematic feat that combined live-action performances with complex CGI in a seamless, breathtaking sequence. By the end, the Avengers stand victorious, having forged bonds that go beyond mere teamwork. They have proven that despite differences, they can come together to face threats no single hero could withstand alone. The film's mix of heart, humor, and spectacle not only thrilled audiences, but set the standard for the interconnected universe Marvel was building, one that would expand and evolve over the next decade. Avengers: Age of Ultron 2015. After their first victory, the Avengers face a new challenge that threatens humanity from within. Tony Stark and Bruce Banner, seeking to create a global peacekeeping initiative, develop Ultron, an artificial intelligence designed to protect the world. But Ultron becomes sentient and concludes that humans themselves are the greatest threat to Earth. With his ability to manipulate technology and construct armies of robotic drones, Ultron begins a mission of destruction, forcing the Avengers into a fight that tests not just their strength, but their moral compass. Along the way, they encounter Wanda and Pietro Maximoff, siblings with extraordinary powers. Wanda manipulates reality and minds, while Pietro moves with superhuman speed. Initially aligned with Ultron due to personal grievances, the twins ultimately see the value in fighting alongside the Avengers. The team must confront not only external threats, but the consequences of their own choices. One of the film's most spectacular battles takes place in Sokovia, a city Ultron lifts into the sky in a devastating display of his power. Hulk and the Hulkbuster armor clash in an epic duel that combines raw brute force with Tony Stark's ingenuity. Vision, an unexpected creation blending artificial intelligence and human qualities, joins the battle as a symbol of hope and balance. The film also explores personal relationships within the team, from tension between Thor and Hulk to the developing powers of Wanda. By the end, the Avengers succeed. But the victory comes with a sobering message. Power without control can be dangerous, and the consequences of their actions ripple far beyond the battlefield. Age of Ultron deepens the characters' arcs while pushing visual effects and choreography to new heights, setting the stage for the even greater challenges to come. Avengers: Infinity War 2018. Infinity War begins with an ominous tone as the universe learns of Thanos, a cosmic warlord obsessed with collecting the 6 Infinity Stones. Each stone carries unimaginable power, controlling aspects of reality, space, time, the mind, the soul, and power itself. Thanos believes the universe is overpopulated and that the only way to restore balance is to eliminate half of all life. His conviction makes him terrifyingly methodical and unstoppable, and the Avengers quickly realize that conventional heroics will not be enough to stop him. The film spans multiple locations and storylines, reflecting the vast scale of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. On Earth, Tony Stark, Peter Parker, and Doctor Strange face Thanos' minions in New York. Strange uses his mastery of the mystic arts to manipulate time and reality, creating complex magical sequences that resemble an intricate dance of glowing energy. Meanwhile, Spider-Man demonstrates agility and ingenuity, fighting alongside Iron Man as the city crumbles around them. Across the galaxy, Thor is introduced in an emotional state of despair. His home, Asgard, has been destroyed, and he witnesses the annihilation of his people. This fuels his determination to forge a weapon capable of challenging Thanos, leading him to Nidavellir, where he reforges a powerful axe, Stormbreaker. This journey is not just about physical power, but also about self-discovery, resilience, and reclaiming purpose in the face of unimaginable loss. On Wakanda, the stakes escalate further. Captain America, Black Panther, Black Widow, and the rest of the Avengers prepare for the invasion of Thanos' forces. The battlefield is enormous: snow-covered plains, advanced vibranium technology, and armies clashing in epic combat. Hulk, Iron Man, and Thor each display their incredible powers, creating action sequences that are visually spectacular and emotionally charged. Vision and Scarlet Witch fight to protect the Mind Stone embedded in Vision's forehead, their connection and trust forming the emotional core of the conflict. Despite the Avengers' valiant efforts, Thanos proves to be one step ahead. He collects stone after stone, culminating in the infamous snap that wipes out half of all life. The devastation is immediate and heartbreaking. Heroes vanish mid-battle, civilians disappear in the streets, and survivors are left in shock. Peter Parker's disappearance in Tony Stark's arms is particularly gut-wrenching, emphasizing the human cost of this cosmic event. Infinity War is unique in its tone. Unlike traditional superhero films, it does not end in victory. Thanos is portrayed not merely as a villain, but as a character with complex motivations, giving the story a sense of inevitability and gravity. The film balances spectacular action with personal stakes, showing that even the strongest heroes can fail when confronted with a seemingly unstoppable force. The universe is left fractured, emotionally raw, and uncertain, setting the stage for a desperate attempt to undo the catastrophe. Avengers Endgame 2019. Endgame opens in the aftermath of Infinity War's devastation. Half of all life has vanished, and the world is in mourning. The remaining Avengers struggle with grief, guilt, and hopelessness. Tony Stark, haunted by failure and loss, retreats into isolation, while Steve Rogers and Natasha Romanoff search for ways to rebuild. Thor descends into despair, drinking and withdrawing from responsibility, embodying the weight of survival and personal loss. The turning point comes with the discovery of time travel. By retrieving the Infinity Stones from past events, the Avengers devise a plan known as the Time Heist. This journey through time allows the light of characters to revisit significant moments from earlier films, confronting their own past mistakes, regrets, and personal challenges. For instance, Steve Rogers revisits his first encounter with Hydra, reflecting on how much he has grown as a hero. Tony Stark faces a younger version of himself, confronting his own ego and learning to embrace humility and teamwork. The film balances lighthearted moments with high stakes. Rocket and Thor team up in New Asgard, combining humor and heart, while Natasha Romanoff and Clint Barton face moral dilemmas during the Soulstone quest on Vormir. Natasha's sacrifice is particularly poignant, highlighting the theme of selflessness that runs throughout the saga. Each character's arc is intertwined with the larger narrative, making the stakes deeply personal as well as universal. The climactic battle is unprecedented in scale. Over 50 heroes unite against Thanos and his armies, creating an epic confrontation that blends practical effects, digital technology, and emotional storytelling. Every hero contributes in unique ways. Hulk wields both strength and intelligence. Captain America proves his worth in a legendary fight wielding Mjolnir, and Iron Man delivers ingenuity and courage to face Thanos directly. The portal sequence, where allies return through dimensional rifts to join the fight, is a visual and emotional crescendo celebrating every hero introduced over the past decade. The emotional climax comes when Tony Stark sacrifices himself to wield the Infinity Stones. Uttering the iconic line, "I am Iron Man," his death is both a personal resolution and a narrative anchor for the saga. Steve Rogers chooses to remain in the past, living a life with Peggy Carter and eventually passing on his shield to Sam Wilson, symbolizing the continuation of heroism and legacy. Endgame is more than just a battle against Thanos. It is a meditation on loss, responsibility, friendship, and the passage of time. Every fight, every emotional beat, and every heroic moment is interwoven with the history of the MCU, providing a satisfying, epic conclusion to a story that began over a decade earlier. The film masterfully balances spectacle with heart, proving that true heroism lies not just in power, but in sacrifice, loyalty, and the courage to continue despite overwhelming odds. Avengers: Doomsday 2026. Marvel's next major team-up film marks the beginning of a new saga. The biggest surprise behind the scenes was the return of Robert Downey Jr., now playing Dr. Doom, not Tony Stark. His performance used a new motion capture system designed to give Doom a colder, more imposing presence. The film brings together the new Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and several multiverse heroes. Much of the movie was shot on large LED stages to create Doom's Kingdom of Latveria and the unstable timelines surrounding it. Doomsday sets up the multiversal collapse that will lead directly into the next film.
I am Victor.
Avengers: Secret Wars 2027. Planned as the conclusion to the multiverse saga, Secret Wars became one of Marvel's biggest productions ever. The story involves entire universes colliding, bringing back characters and variants from across Marvel's history. Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr., plays a central role in the conflict, placing himself at the center of the war between worlds. The film ends by reshaping the MCU and opening the door for a new generation of heroes.